Hello, Des here, and thank you so much for joining me in this video where I'm going to share my 5 top tips for an anti-aging and affordable skincare regime. So the first tip that I think should be in any anti-aging skincare regime and that is affordable is to wear a moisturiser or a sunscreen every day. Why do I say that? Well, a good, reasonably priced moisturiser will protect your skin's barrier, will keep your skin soft and will keep it hydrated. Now a sunscreen can do all that and it has the added SPF factor, so it will protect you from the sun a little bit. Now I'm currently using a Beauty Pie SPF sunscreen and not a moisturiser because I get everything I need from that sunscreen product. But if you've got a drier skin, you will almost definitely want to wear a moisturiser and then an SPF on the top. I think in a hot climate, particularly where the sun is strong, you will definitely need an SPF on top of your moisturiser. Now some products that I use that I really like that are good moisturisers and some that have an SPF as well are these. I'm very keen on the Cerave brand. I know that not everybody gets on with it, and I know that it's possible that in the States the formulation of Cerave can be a bit different from that in Europe. But the products that I particularly like are the moisturising lotion, this one here, the moisturising cream, which I've just bought, and actually this I'm using on my hands and on my feet, which I know may be a little bit of an extravagance, but I really like it. I think it's an excellent emollient soft cream that really makes my skin feel soft when I've applied it. And this one, which has an SPF 25 in it, like the Beauty Pie that I use. All the Cerave products have glycerine and hyaluronic acid in them, both of which are really good for the skin, and they're very inexpensive. If you don't get on with Cerave, you can also try the ordinary, and this is the one I have, which is the moisturising factors, I think it's called, which is also very inexpensive and again has hyaluronic acid and glycerin in it. I'm not going to talk in full about the Beauty Pie SPF here because I have done a video on Beauty Pie as a brand and I'll link it up here for you and down below in the description box, but I wouldn't class it as an affordable product because you have to either join Beauty Pie or you have to pay £10 and then you can purchase products at a reasonable price. But I wouldn't add it to my affordable list. But I will add the Bioderma. Now when I go abroad, when will that be? I haven't been abroad for nearly 3 years. And I'm sitting in the sun, although more of that later. This is what I use, the Bioderma. I absolutely love it. It's a tinted moisturiser and it's got a protection factor of 50 plus, so it's pretty heavy duty, but it's a great moisturiser slash SPF. I wouldn't put a moisturiser underneath it, it's plenty moisturising enough. It's £12.24 for 40ml or 1.33 fluid ounces, I think that is, but you really don't need very much of it, so I think it's a great product. My second tip for an affordable anti-aging regime is to use retinol. Retinol is one of those products that is a fairly recent discovery by dermatologists, and it's the one product that all dermatologists say is the best product you can put on your skin for all sorts of different conditions, but particularly for anti-aging. Now I've only started using retinol in the last few months. I think I started last year, but I couldn't find a product that suited me because I'm allergic to fragrance. There seemed to be certain retinols that had fragrance in them, or they had some derivatives of fragrance or something that didn't agree with me anyway. And I know it's one of those products that is really difficult to tolerate and you have to start incredibly gently. But I thought I would give it a go, and actually it was Nadine Baggott, who's this wonderful skincare beauty journalist, and I'll link her channel down below for you in the description box. She has a Facebook page, and on that Facebook page I asked whether anyone could recommend a retinol product for me and my type of skin, and she said use Medicate. Now Medicate is not an affordable product, so I'm not going to talk about it here. However, what I really think is important for any woman over 50 is to use a retinol product if she possibly can tolerate it. Now one of the most affordable retinol products is by The Ordinary, and you can buy a retinol bottle. I don't have one here, but you can buy one for £4.25 for 30ml or 1 fluid ounce, and you only need a tiny bit. If you can tolerate it, it's really worth trying because it's the one thing that will make a difference to your skin. And if you're younger than me, and many people are, I'm 67, I think it will start to make a real difference to your skin. Unfortunately, because I've started so late, I don't think it's going to make any appreciable difference to my skin. But what I think it will do is hold back the years, to quote Simply Red. I think it can hold back the years a little bit. It can slow down the aging process. It's not going to stop it, but it can slow down the aging process. And that's all I can expect at my age, I think. So that's why I use a retinol. But I really think if you want to make a difference to your skin, then start using a retinol and start now. My third tip for an anti-aging regime that's affordable is to eat right. Yes, you heard me. This is not about putting stuff on your skin. This is about putting things into your body or not putting them in. I did a video recently where I talked about how I eat healthily, and I'll link that up here in the corner for you and down below in the description box. I really think that what we eat as well as what we drink makes a real difference to our skin. Now, I'm not one of the schools of thought that thinks we need to drink 2 litres of water, but we do need to drink water. After all, our body is made up of 80% water. We need to drink water, we need to drink liquids, so we need to keep ourselves hydrated, that's a definite. But we also need to watch what we eat in terms of processed foods and try to eat things that are more in their natural state. Now, one of the things that a lot of scientists and doctors say is we should try and eat more of a Mediterranean diet. Now that can be quite misleading because a lot of Mediterraneans eat a lot of pasta and potatoes. If you're a Spanish Mediterranean, or if you are Italian, you're going to eat a lot of pasta. And I don't think that's quite what the Mediterranean diet has in mind. What it has in mind, I think, is to eat olive oil, is to eat oily fish, is to eat lots of vegetables and lots of fruits and lots of different colours of vegetables and fruits. Eating fruit, eating vegetables and lots of different types of varieties, the green, the purple, the red, the orange, all those types of fruits and vegetables, along with protein from fish and some meat from chicken, oily fish in particular, all those types of food will help your skin because they'll help to keep your body healthy because they'll give you the right nutrients, and they are essential to keeping your body healthy and thereby your skin healthy. My fourth anti-aging and affordable tip is to exfoliate your skin. Now, I generally exfoliate it not by using some topical cream or lotion, but I actually just use a good old flannel. Now, I find in the evening when I'm cleansing my skin, I usually use a microfiber cloth actually, but once or twice a week when I'm using the normal cleanser that I use, I will get the flannel out and I will give it a good old rub. I mean, not too hard because I don't think we want to be too aggressive with our skin, particularly as we age over 50, over 60. We do not want to be rubbing it so that we go bright red. That is not a good idea. And using very hot water either, actually. I mean, I think a hot flannel is good, but there's no need to use boiling hot water. But I find a flannel is really good for exfoliating the skin, particularly around my nose where I get lots of bits of dry skin, and on my chin and a little bit on my forehead as well. A flannel is a really inexpensive way of exfoliating your skin and revealing the nice plump skin underneath. Now, I have actually invested in an exfoliator, and it's this one by The Ordinary, which is lactic acid. Very inexpensive. Now, what it does is, or what it doesn't do rather, is it doesn't immediately exfoliate your skin when you put it on. You put it on at night, you don't use your retinol as well, you just put this on, go to bed, in the morning, wipe your skin, and you should find that your skin is glowy underneath. I used this a couple of nights ago and that's what happened to me. When I woke up in the morning, actually it looked nice and glowy. So it's a nice way of exfoliating the skin. You don't see the exfoliation, but you should see your skin looking brighter and glowier. My fifth affordable anti-aging skincare tip is to stay out of the sun. Now, of course, I'm not saying don't go out in the sun. Of course, go out in the sun. We need our vitamin D. We need to get our sun, our daily dose. In fact, I'm like a sunflower. When the sun comes out, I turn to face it, and when it disappears, I go in on myself. But what I mean is cover up. Don't expose your skin, particularly your face, to the sun, because as we age, we really shouldn't be doing that anymore. And that's why we get age spots. That's why we get these huge, horrible brown things. I don't know if you can see this brown spot here that I've got. I don't have sort of the normal brown spots, but I have these kind of lesions that are really unattractive. So what can we do to protect ourselves? Well, we've talked about SPF. Now, the other thing I love to do in the sun is I wear a hat. And I rather like this hat, although it's not the hat that I used to love. I lost my hat that was a kind of a Joan Collinsy one, which I absolutely loved. It was a big black one. I'll try and find a picture of Joan Collins and I'll put it up here in the corner for you. But wearing a hat is a really useful tool against the sun, and also wearing sunglasses, of course, which we probably all do anyway. The other thing is, don't sit in the sun. Turn your back to it, or if you do sit in it, cover your face. Do not expose your skin to the sun any more than you need to. Now, in a hot climate, obviously that's particularly difficult. But actually, the song that Noel Coward sang, Mad Dogs and Englishmen Go Out in the Midday Sun, it's because people who live in hot climates know very well that they shouldn't go out in the midday sun. And that's because not just because they don't want to get heat stroke, but because they don't want to burn. So we really do need to stop this obsession with tanning ourselves and cover ourselves up in the sun, because it's the only way that women over 50, and men over 50 actually, to be honest, are going to protect their skin and stop it from aging faster than it really should. So there you have it. Those are my 5 affordable anti-aging tips for the over 50 woman. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please consider giving it a good thumbs up, and better yet, subscribing to the channel. And let me know in the comments below, do you think any of these hold water? Do you agree with any of them? Do you think I'm talking complete nonsense? I'd love to hear from you. And thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.